Hi! Do you ever feel like you are just going through the motions of homeschool, or even frustrated and angry that your homeschool experience is not what you envisioned it or wanted it to be? Well, I'm Maria Olson, and I am so excited to share with you today. I have been homeschooling for the last 12 years. I've been married for 18 and have 5 children. So I have had quite a few years to learn and grow from failures and successes. So I'm super excited to share some keys with you today of how to ignite that passion and purpose back into your homeschool. So the first thing that I want to talk about is be the change. So I sent you an attachment, should come with this video, and on that attachment there's a picture of a triangle. And this triangle has 5 levels in it. And I call this triangle the triangle of influence. And the purpose of this triangle is to show us where we have the most influence. And the bottom layer or level of the triangle is God or truth. And this level gives us the most influence, because if we can see things from God's perspective, if we know the truth of God and the way He views the earth and His purpose for the earth, then we are that much further ahead. And then on top of that, we have the self is the next level. And self is where we know who we are. We know our purpose and our passion, and we are sufficiently healed and taken the atonement of Jesus Christ upon ourselves and changed ourselves. And then we move up to the next level, which is the marriage level. And this is where we have a strong foundation of marriage. We have 2 strong individuals who have committed themselves to God, and they have a strong foundation of self, and then they've joined together. And then they go to the next level and create a family. And at this level we have strong families. Yes, we make mistakes and we learn from experiences, but if our families are built on these foundations of God and then self and then marriage, then we can also have a strong family. And then the very last section of the triangle is community, and that's where we can influence community. But if we don't have a sufficiently strong foundation underneath of the 4 levels, then we cannot influence our community in a positive, uplifting way. So many people have tried to influence the world or to change the world without that foundation underneath, and what has happened is it looks more like an explosion. It looks more like disaster or negative impact on the world instead of positive impact. We have to have that foundation. So what I would encourage you with this triangle of influence is to look at where you are. Where in your life are you experiencing the most chaos? I just want to share a personal story really quickly. When I first started homeschooling, was super frustrated and super angry all the time because my kids and my husband were not doing what I thought they should do. They were not fitting the vision of what I thought the perfect homeschool experience should be. And I struggled for several years this way, trying to control them, trying to force them to do what I thought was the right thing for them. And I finally realized that the problem was not my family. The problem was not my husband. The problem was me. I did not have a strong enough foundation of self to hold that marriage and that family. And so I began a healing process, a healing journey to build that foundation up. So I would encourage you to take a look at that triangle of influence. Where are you? What is creating the most chaos for you in your life? Is it your family and homeschool? Is it in your marriage? Where is that? And then once you've figured out where that chaos is being created the most, go just one level underneath it. Because if you're experiencing chaos in your marriage, for example, like I was, then you can be sure that the foundation underneath it is not sufficiently strong to hold it up. And so that's where you get to focus your time and energy of healing. So again, just take a look at where you're experiencing the most chaos and then go one level underneath and start making goals and plans there to heal that foundational level so that you can get the education that you and your children deserve and make an impact for the world. Okay, the second point that I wanted to talk about is be a wise steward with your time. It's so easy to let our time be filled with things that are not important and not necessary. And so I have a few little tips for you to help you stay in that space of being a wise steward of your time. The first one is to begin and end the day building that foundation of God and self. So for me, that looks like spending time in the scriptures, spending time in conference talks, spending time in things that will build my relationship with God and also teach me the truth about the nature of God. And then I also spend time building myself, filling my own bucket so that I can fill the bucket of my family and other people that I am called on to serve. The second thing is make priorities. Every night before I go to bed, I write down the 5 most important things that I want to accomplish the next day. And every day I try to make sure that I get those 5 things done before I work on anything else. And a lot of times I don't even finish those 5 priorities. But what's exciting is that I finished 1 or 2. And before I would let things get in my way, and sometimes I wouldn't even finish any priorities, let alone even know what those priorities were because I didn't take time to write those out. The last thing is to be patient and love yourself through the process. It really is a growing experience to learn how to be a wise steward of your time. And start small. Start with small goals and build up to just being a wise steward all the time with your time. And you'll be amazed at the results and the difference that it will create in your life. Small and simple steps is the way to go. And the last key that I want to talk about how to bring passion and purpose back into your homeschool, is to create an environment. Create an environment of love and learning and passion and mission. And the way to do that, number 1, is spend time every day reminding yourself, first of all, why you're doing this. Why are you homeschooling? Why are you so passionate about it? And then spend time every day in your personal mission and purpose. If you don't know what that mission and purpose is, spend time every day discovering that mission and purpose. You will find it. Each one of us has a mission and purpose and a calling that we are here to perform. And sometimes just getting that education and discovering where that mission and purpose is part of that purpose. So allow yourself to spend time in that every day. And then after you've done that, teach your family the things you're learning. Teach them about the things you are passionate about. The number 1 way to ignite excitement and passion into your children is for them to see your passion and excitement. When they see you doing what you were called to do, when they see you excited about subjects and excited about the things that you get to learn about, it sparks this excitement and idea in them of, oh, learning is so much fun. I am so excited to learn today. I can't wait to discover and learn new things. And they will catch that from you. So I hope you guys are seeing the key here, that as you change yourself, your influence and capacity to influence others is greatly expanded, and your influence becomes exponential. Okay, the last thing is give your children and those that fall under your influence a choice in what they get to learn. For me, that looks like I have a few things that I require my children to do every day, but then the rest of it is their choice. So what I do is I say, okay, I want you to do these two things. These are the two things that I really would like you to get done today, but then you get to choose 3 other things, or 4 or 5 or however many that you want to do. And so in that way, they feel like they have a choice and they have agency over what they get to learn, and agency over what their purpose and their mission is, instead of just trying to fit into someone else's agenda for them. So these tips have been super, super powerful for me in my life and in my homeschool. It has made the biggest difference for me, and I just wanted to share these thoughts with you today. Thank you for taking the time to listen. I hope you enjoyed, and have an amazing day. Thank you.